The San Francisco 49ers have looked like one of the NFL's most complete teams in recent years, boasting a powerhouse roster stacked with offensive stars like Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, and George Kittle, and a defense anchored by elite talent. Yet one nagging question keeps resurfacing. Do the 49ers still have a red zone problem? This issue isn't new. It haunted them in previous seasons, where long, methodical drives often stalled inside the 20-yard line, leading to field goals instead of touchdowns. And while they've shown flashes of improvement under Brock Purdy's leadership, there are still moments when execution breaks down.
The red zone is where champions separate themselves, and for the 49ers, the margin between being a playoff contender and a Super Bowl winner could rest on their ability to consistently finish drives. Analysts point out that despite Purdy's poise, Shanahan's system sometimes leans heavily on creative play design rather than brute efficiency, meaning when defenses tighten, the offense can get predictable. For example, relying on McCaffrey runs up the middle can work against weaker defenses, but elite defensive fronts clog lanes, forcing Purdy into high-pressure throws in tight windows. The good news? Purdy has shown accuracy, quick decision-making, and composure, traits that give the 49ers hope they can turn red zone woes into a strength. However, the challenge lies in balance, spreading touches between McCaffrey, Kittle, and Samuel while keeping Aiyuk involved in short area routes.
Too often last season, the 49ers dominated time of possession, racked up yardage, but walked away with 3 points instead of 7. And in the NFL, those missed opportunities often decide playoff games. Critics argue this red zone inefficiency cost them dearly in key matchups, including big playoff showdowns where execution mattered most.
Let's not forget, even great drives mean little without touchdowns. And this is why Shanahan is under pressure to adapt his scheme, making it less predictable in crunch time. Defenses know that motion-heavy looks and play action to the flat are staples of the 49ers' red zone playbook. And while those plays have worked brilliantly at times, over-reliance can limit surprise factors.
A fix could be more creative use of Kittle in mismatches, more designed Purdy rollouts to extend plays, or even trusting Aiyuk's precise route running on slants and fades. If the 49ers can diversify their red zone arsenal, they'll be nearly unstoppable. But until then, this remains the one vulnerability opponents circle on film.
Another layer of the problem is health. Injuries to Kittle, Samuel, or even Purdy himself have at times forced Shanahan to simplify, making red zone drives easier to defend. This season, staying healthy is just as important as play calling when it comes to finishing drives. On the flip side, when the 49ers do execute, they look like an unstoppable juggernaut, capable of overwhelming any defense with multiple threats.
Fans remember drives where Purdy hit Kittle on a seam route or Samuel on a jet sweep that left defenses gasping, and those moments remind everyone of this team's ceiling. The debate now is consistency. Can they do it week in and week out against playoff-caliber defenses when the stakes are highest? If the 49ers figure out their red zone execution, their Super Bowl window could finally pay off with a championship. But if not, they risk repeating the same story, dominating the regular season but falling short when every possession matters. To answer the question, yes, the red zone remains a concern, but it's also an opportunity. With Purdy's growth, Shanahan's creativity, and the roster's depth, the 49ers have everything they need to turn this weakness into a defining strength. The spotlight is on them, and the entire NFL is watching to see whether San Francisco's story in 2025 will be one of unfinished drives or finished business.